vibe. So
Can I pick this up right quick?
Do your thing.
Hold on. Yo.
We on a podcast right now, but don't say no more. You wanted to pick it up.
Yeah, I said I'm gonna pick it up so I can get you on the podcast. But like we're in the middle of the podcast, I gotta call you back.
Hey y'all.
Shout out the podcast. Yeah, hey.
Shout out Urban Migration.
Oh, keep on coming back.
No,
she said,
you shout out Urban Migration.
Oh, shout out Urban Migration.
Okay, we here. You real on that.
Oh, that's my niece.
That's your niece?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. She's like, where you at? No, I'm on my
I got the plug and I hung up. I was like, yeah, okay, cool.
Yo, that's funny. This is Urban Migration. You guys get ready. Squad up. Cal Greasy, we are here again. Episode 3455 Polo. Stop laughing. But yo, we are here. I know we killed two birds with one stone. This is our second interview today on the date that we did it. So if you guys are haters and say, why is he wearing the same thing? Stop hating, bro. But this is what we're doing right now. We have another special guest, because every one of my guests are special, so don't hate. But we got a guy out here right now that's been doing a lot. And I feel bad to say this. I didn't really know too much about you until I did my research on you, and I was just like, "Damn, this guy's going hard." So, you know, so how do you pronounce it? KI? Is it
KL?
KL?
Yeah.
All right. So KL, and I know that a lot of you guys know this. YYC stand up, Jump Shot Records, Urban Migration. Oh, I forgot about my. Yeah.
I'm used to being.
Yeah. Yo, don't worry, he's good, bro. Like he's quiet and smart. But anyways, let's get into this interview right now. And YYC Stand Up, Urban Migration Podcast, number whatever it is. Yes. So yeah. Thank you for coming through, cuz.
Yeah, always, man. Happy to be here. Happy to be here. With you.
Probably had to fly from Dubai to forward over here, but that's how I see him. But let the people know who you are if they don't already know.
So my name is KL, man. I've been out here doing my thing in YYC for a while, man. Been representing everywhere I go, whether it's the States, whether it's Europe, whether it's Mexico, Jamaica. I represent, and I always preach the gospel that is YYC. You know what I mean? Y'all are my heart. Just stay tuned for what's coming next, and who already is in tune with me, just stay in tune with me, man.
Say no more. I appreciate that. So let's just start from the top of the nitty gritty. So I had a person I just interviewed it. I don't know if you know K the Chosen.
I do. He's from Zimbabwe.
There you go. Because I was like, there's a light-skinned guy from Zimbabwe, bro. I was like, I think my girl made a mistake on that. I was like, this guy, but I'm from Zimbabwe. But so when you tell people that you're from Zimbabwe, like, I guess like, because I was looking at it, I'm more like, you don't fit the image of Zimbabwe. Maybe I'm like not doing my homework from Zimbabweans, but I know there's always lighter people, darker people, and thing. But do you speak Zimbabwe?
No, it's called Shona in Zimbabwe. I can say enough words to get by, and that's about it. Like,
when your family are cussing you understand?
No, even my family speak English, right? You know what I mean? My mom is probably the most fluent in Shona, and even then, she don't really speak it like that. She knows enough to get by, right? Yeah. And how you said, like, yo, you probably didn't do your research enough on Zim. You're 100% right. Yeah. Because Zimbabwe, it's so diverse, man. Like, it's like, you got the whitest of the white people over here, and you got the darkest of the darkest black people here, right? Like, it's so diverse, right? Yeah. So that's the thing, right? And but the light-skinned community out there is huge.
It's huge,
right? But I guess most of the Zimbos that are up here are just darker skin.
You call them Zimbos.
Yeah.
You love it. What did my nigga call them? Zims. With a Z. Yo, the Zimbabwe people are like, look, we have so much names. Fuck. I think that Zimbabwe too is one of the most, let me put it this way, they're more colorful. Like they're colorful. They're very nice people. Mm-hmm. Like, I never heard a person say, yo, a Zimbabwean guy fought me. Or, like, you never see, they're very, like, very, like, if very open, very cool.
Keep your word.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Good looking people, too. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I won't lie. Now, all the other people, you're like, so we ugly.
Yeah, so we ugly.
And it would strike me as Puerto Rican or something.
Oh, you can do it,
I get that quite a bit. No matter where I'm Like depending on the group of friends I'm with, that's what I hear. Like if I'm like I got a lot of Latin friends. When I'm with my Latin friends, dudes become
like a Boricua,
or Cubano. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm always like, nah, I'm from Zim. And when they hear Africa, they're like, oh, you know what I mean? So it just kind of comes with it. When you light skin, you blend in with a lot of
French
people.
Montana,
right? Like,
look him up. Like, it's true. Because that's French Montana. People don't know he's from Africa.
Yeah, Morocco.
You know what I mean? See, you do your homework, I like.
Yeah, he's from Morocco.
Like, no one even knows that this motherfucker living life right now with that princess from. He's married to a princess.
He just got married. He just got married.
Yeah, he just got married. This
Mom, he was drinking before
that
don't. Shit. Man.
Wow, say that more. Doing quacks. So anyways, 5th District, what's that mean to you?
So it's basically a collection of communities, which is where we're from in the Northeast.
Yeah.
Northeast Calgary. Northeast Calgary is basically like the troubled neighborhoods of the city, right? You know what I mean? The lowest income, the most government assistance, the most programs to help people who don't have a lot of money, and the most immigrants. So when you come to Northeast Calgary, everybody is either an immigrant or they don't have a lot of money.
Yes.
So that's where everybody starts off. When they come from another country, especially a third world country, everybody starts in the Northeast.
Yes.
And it didn't happen by accident. Like it's just designed that way, you know what I mean? They wanted to section us off, you know what I mean? So we don't bother the rich white people or the rich people on this side of the city, right? Don't think it happened by accident, because it didn't. But at the same time, it built the culture. Yes. You know what I mean? So it gave us so much character growing up. But when you're growing up, you don't feel it. You don't understand it, right? You know what I mean? Until you grow up, and then you kind of go to the other sections of the city, and you're just like, damn, these motherfuckers is bland as fuck. And then you come back to the Northeast, and then you realize, damn, we got all the spice, we got all the everything, but we also got all the crime and all the motherfucking poverty.
Yeah,
right?
It's a tit for tat. Eh?
Yeah.
It's beautiful. That's how hip hop started, kind of, in a way, right? And that's in a bad situation.
Yeah,
it's like flower blooming out of concrete type of shit. But then we fucking, the 80s drugs and shit. See? Everything. Yeah, you're right. I like that. I like that analogy how you brought that.
So it's a counterculture, really. It's a culture built out of the people that were supposed to be locked out. You know what I'm saying? So that's so we just named our whole company, our whole empire off of this, where we come from, which is District 5.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Nice. That's cool. On another vibe, I could say that, I don't know if it matches the same view, but it's also like, you see, like you said, like, we all come from this area, we make something good out of nothing. It also goes that way from when Metro Housing in Toronto, when you see a lot of single mothers in houses because they do that the welfare and shit. Right. If you're just man in the house, you can't have a dad in that bitch, or you're not getting no dough.
Yeah.
So then when you get all those kids that are outside of the Metro house, and we all link up with each other as dad figures, like, you know what I mean? So I can see what you're saying. But then 100%. We might freestyle, do some music, then two of us go into music, but that's all we have. Like, we don't do too much. It's crazy. I love that analogy on that vibe. Another question I want to ask you. The Black Lives Matter movement. Right? Okay, so now I understand your role that you played. Yeah. I don't. I'm going to ask you that. But at the time that you were doing that, because it seems mixed vibes for me, was it during COVID, kind of, right?
Yeah, it was. Well, the height of it was during COVID. The peak of it. We were doing that long before that. Okay.
So COVID, when you were doing, was it like more for like, because I understand there was mixed vibe where like music was involved in that situation, and you were also being an activist about the situation of Black Lives Matter. Now, when you see that, what happened now with the Black Lives Matter movement, and I know at the end of the day you believed what you were doing. I think that it was great. And then they kind of switched it now to make it look like they made Black Lives Matter look fucked up now, like the girls and their whole. But a lot of people that were doing it believed in what they were. So whatever those girls' intentions were, whatever things Which girl? Okay, the girls that ran the Black Lives Matter.
Okay.
Right.
And
so
how they took the money
whatever. But it didn't even matter about that. You see how the society would change that to make it look like this big. But the whole world was involved in it. So I want to know what made you get involved in it and why.
So Black Lives Matter to me was just a vehicle. I was an activist before I was an artist.
Say no more. Okay, my bad. Okay.
Before I was an artist, right? You know what I mean? My father grew up in Zimbabwe during the height of the apartheid. You know what I'm saying? It was illegal for him to walk on the sidewalk at the same time as a white person, and he would be charged for
Where
it.
did he live again? Where you said?
Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe?
Africa.
Is it almost like fucking Johannesburg or something?
Yes,
For
they
real?
have very similar laws to South Africa. And shit.
Okay, say no more.
So
You're
it was illegal for him to walk down a sidewalk at the same time as a white person. If a white person was walking this way,
that doesn't even fucking make
and
sense.
he was walking this way, like he had to step off the sidewalk and let them pass by law. By law, you understand? So this man like done march, done protest, done did his whole thing out there in Zimbabwe, and he passed that down to me. It's in my blood. You know what I mean? I've been anti-racist for as long as I could remember, right? Black Lives Matter became the vehicle. The vehicle for me to move, but I was already on that wave, right? You know what I mean? And then I couldn't even believe how many people came out. These are the protests I organized.
Oh, okay.
I put together. I
thought you just went to something that was organized. That was you?
I led these.
Calm down,
I led these
calm
protests,
down.
dog. I led these protests, right? So I got all the protesters, the organizers, and the activists together, right? We were expecting 800 people to come to the first protest. 8,000 people came to the protest. You know what I'm saying?
Real?
Yeah. Oh, this video, dog.
I
You know what I'm saying?
it.
Yeah. And we had the protest for a week, right? This ended up changing 3 laws in Calgary. I was there in City Hall for them. You know what I'm saying? It ended up passing 3 laws based off these protests, right? You know what I'm saying? Now, would that have happened if it wasn't during COVID? I don't know. You know what I mean? But what I do know is we caught that lightning in a bottle during that time. We knew we had to go.
I like how you say the bottle of the light. You know what that means? Yo, bro, so you're in the right place at the right motherfucking time, and that sucks. Okay, but go ahead.
Yeah, because a lot of people were saying, "Yo, let's wait till after the COVID pandemic. Let's do the protest then." I'm the one who went to everyone and I said, "We need to do it now." I said, "We got the attention of the police, we got the attention of City Hall, we got the attention of the media. We have to go now. We have to do it now." You know what I mean? And I think that's what made them so big, even though it was mid-pandemic. That's what made them so big. You know what I mean? It's because we did it in the right moment, right?
Yes.
And then as the conversation kind of died down, you know what I mean? I still think that we did the most we could have in a city like this, if that makes sense.
Yes.
You got to remember, the city's very white.
Very white.
It's a very white city, right? You know what I mean?
He said he did that W's up. But but honestly, I love how you said that because a lot of times when I'm we might say things like Calgary doesn't represent R&B hip hop because it's a redhead stepchild. I said that on my last. It's like I'm on media. I don't want to be like, yo, it's very white place, but it's actually what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
So
I'm an artist and an activist. I'm gonna say it how it is.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's very white. And keep in mind, half of the people at the protests were white.
White.
They
you
understood
perform
what
at
we were doing.
Stampede and signing fucking arms,
Yeah.
and they're white.
That's what I'm saying.
How
man.
the fuck do we have a motherfucking
They're
a
still
cowboy
fans.
show and there's a hip hop playing that my nigga just said a while ago, and you're signing arms with all these white girls and things. So it almost seems like we're a very dominant culture when it comes to it, but it's like our own people don't even represent us as much as the other vibe.
You see, that's what I'm saying. Even the civil rights movement had white people there, but it was predominantly black. This one was just a whole different wave. I think even white people caught on to the fact that it's just not okay for police to be killing black people at this rate. At this rate, I think everyone can agree on that. No matter what your race is, what's going on.
But then you also hear it was more targeted to police, number one, right? So here's what. I get what the whole vibe was on that vibe.
Can I pick this up right quick?
Do your thing.
Hold on. Yo.
We on a podcast right now,
I'm
but don't say no more. You wanted to pick it up.
Yeah, I said I'm going to pick it up so I can get you on the podcast. But like we're in the middle of the podcast. I got to call you back.
Hey, y'all.
Shout out the podcast. Yeah, hey.
Shout out Urban Migration.
Oh, keep on coming back.
No,
She said,
you shout out Urban Migration.
Oh, shout out Urban Migration.
Okay, we here. You real on that.
Oh, that's my niece.
That's your niece?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. She's like, where you at? Yeah, I'm on my
I got the plug and I hung up. I was like, yeah, okay, cool.
Yo, that's funny. But yeah, okay, so that's cool on that vibe. I just want to see where you are, and it makes sense.
To get back to what you were
You ain't
saying.
doing that.
My bad.
You
Sorry, I
working
forgot.
on- I just took a sip. Don't worry. This guy's trying to smash me, mom.
To get back to what you were saying about the ladies that run Black Lives Matter, we're talking about a movement that had like 60, 80 million people involved.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And then there's 3 or 4 people at the top that turn corrupt. Yeah. I don't think
that has nothing to do with the movement.
I don't think that's enough to blanket
the whole vibe
and make everyone feel like, okay, Black Lives Matter is corrupt. If that's the case, then every government in the world is corrupt.
Right, that's
every
what we were doing
organization
with the cop shit, right? But it was talking about police officers killing innocent black men at the time.
Yes.
Then you have a lot of people people would be like, white lives matter too, or Spanish. It wasn't about, once you lost that perspective of what we were trying to say, because if I did the statistics, I could know that a lot more white men got killed by police officers in America every year more than black, but it wasn't unprovoked killings and innocent black. So see that dynamic, how people can switch up the narrative and shit.
Yeah. The main word that got missed during what you were saying is unarmed.
Yes,
unarmed black people were getting killed. Half these white people
half
these white people are actually wilding when they get killed too. They're 70% of the population. Black people are 13% of the population.
But then they make it look like, as Charlie Kirk would have said, oh, they do this much more crime. But in our neighborhoods are probably 70% or more of the crime, because you know how black people get, right? You know, you rather rob your own, and this is a generational curse, but I'm not going to get into that. You know what I mean?
No, let's get into it. Because what I think, like, where there's poverty, there will be crime. Where there's poverty, there will be crime.
But if you separate us, where you think the fucking shit's gonna be happening? Go ahead, dog.
Right. Yeah, and I agree with that. Where there's poverty, there will be crime. And then when something drops into our neighborhoods that's like a golden nugget that everybody can make money off, which happen to be drugs. That drops in our neighborhood, and then everyone's like, damn, we can all make money off this. And then people start fighting over that golden nugget that can make everybody money. All right, you guys can't sell here. You can only sell here, whatever.
We're not working
then
together.
Then people start killing each other. Then it leads to gang violence. Then it's everything else. You understand? So there's a reason for this whole black on black crime thing. It started from somewhere. Niggas didn't wake up one day and say, let's kill each other. You know what I mean? It came from something, and this is the something that it came from. It came from poverty. It came from crack being dropped in the neighborhoods. It came from drug wars. It came from gang wars. And now it's hard to stop. You know what I mean? The bleeding is so bad. Like, if my arm is bleeding right here and I put my hand up against it, I can stop it. But as soon as I move my hand away, it's just going to start bleeding again, because it's so hard to stop what is already in motion.
So how do you feel about people who be like, okay, well, that's just an excuse, because I've seen people come out of the ghetto and did their thing, and they live, and they try to make it look like there's a fair thing. Obviously, it's not fucking fair, because I understand. Here's why I can say it's not fair. I can look at First Nation indigenous children. Now I can go with black people. It's like, if your grandmother was a gang member, the dad, and this, your chances of making out is fucked up. But the indigenous thing, most of it, 70% of it is drugs. So if your dad and your grandmother and all did drugs, then someone's saying that, oh, you can get out of this as long as you struggle, you put yourself on a better vibe. It's almost unfair, because you didn't have to go through that. But they're saying people came out of that, but it's coming out of, like, you don't have the statistics of people coming out of that.
It's easy to point over there and be like, okay, look, if you could say it to everybody, if you work hard, if you apply yourself, if you use your talent, if you do whatever, you can make it out of anywhere, right? Which is true, and I agree with that. But that's the equivalent of saying to someone with one leg that if you work hard, if you apply yourself, if you do this, you can win. You can win the 100-meter dash at the Olympics. You know what I mean? It might be true, but the point is, it's going to be a little bit harder for you if you only got one leg.
Yeah, they wanted
right?
this. Yeah.
So all of us in the black community and in the ghetto, you know what I mean? We were all put into a situation where we got one leg, so we can work real hard. We could apply ourselves, and yes, if we do all that, we might be able to make it. But the point is, it's going to be a little bit harder for us with one leg. We don't have the resources, we don't have the money, we don't have the opportunities. We have to make it for ourselves. So that's when these people can make these comparisons. It is impossible to compare a kid in the middle of the ghetto to a kid in the middle of Beverly Hills, when this kid has everything there for him.
He said it. I just wanted to say that I want to see your perspective. I just want to see that, because sometimes, like, you know, you have people that say that and you look at it and like, it's true. But then you're looking at it like that one leg analogy. I never really took it in like that. You know what I mean? But that was a crazy analogy. So I hope you guys hear that.
Yeah, and everybody I hope you guys are starting to see the genius. You are sipping a fine wine right now. Facts. You are sipping a fine wine, all right?
Yes, for sure. Don't get too drunk, dude.
I got to now. Like that last one.
I was talking to them.
Oh, to them.
Y'all sipping the fine wine. Cheers up. Let's talk about 2004, bro. The Black Chambers. You got that award. What was that? What was that experience like? What did you do to get that? And
okay, so that was 2024.
Sorry,
that was last year.
2000. My bad. 2020.
2024. Yeah.
My bad.
So that came from the work in the community and just the music side of things, right? You know what I mean? I think they just seen the resume and they thought I kind of deserved it. I've been nominated for it about 4 times. I only got 1. Okay. I should have about 3 You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? I'm happy that I got one as long as they acknowledged it. But it was really just for the work in the community. You got to remember, 90% of it is not seen. 90%, only 10% of it makes the news or makes interviews or makes magazines or newspapers. 90% is not seen. Like all the seminars I go to, all the schools I go to and talk to the kids, all the troubled youth I talk to. Like, you know, this is consistent. This is once a month, twice a month. I'm going to go talk to the kids, troubled kids. You know what I mean? Like, and then that's the part that's not seen. I don't go there with my camera and wave a white flag and say, "Look at me." That part is supposed to be just personal between the people and myself, right? And don't get me wrong. If you take your camera and you go record that shit, that doesn't make you a bad person. That's just not how I do my thing. I think it's almost like feeding the homeless. I don't think that should be recorded. That's me.
Hey, here's what. Now, I don't disagree with you, but I also see the difference of recording it because I look at it as awareness, right? So it's looking at, so some people, I know that there's people out there recording to get numbers up, 100%. Yeah. Right? But then there's people that are saying, I'm putting this out there to let people know this is what they can do. Yeah. You can see the difference in the
100%.
In the vibe.
Yeah. You can feel someone's heart. But nonetheless, like whether your intentions are good or bad, and even sometimes your intentions aren't bad, but you just want to be seen, or you're looking for likes and views and clicks.
You just 100%.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Whether your intentions are good or they're for likes and clicks or whatever, I don't think you should record someone when they're at their lowest moment in their life.
Yes.
You know what I mean? If you are going to, I think you should blur them. Blur their faces. If you still want to show what you're doing, like, look, I'm feeding the homeless, I'm doing my part. You could do this too. If you're trying to inspire other people to do the same thing and we can create change, that's cool, right? But at the same time, you're recording someone who's at the lowest point in their life. And I don't think any of us would like to be recorded at the lowest point in our lives, right? At least, at a minimum, I would say blur their faces so that people don't see them, right?
Yes.
That's me, though.
That's just you. How did you feel about them calling you Golden Boy? Golden Boy Mavis. What's Mavis mean to you, bro? What's so that Mavis shit? I was like, nigga, the fuck? I would have gotten so many more of those and handed it out. The fuck? They fly on that shit still. I won't lie. You guys check that.
That's an LA magazine. So they reached out. They said, "Yo, we've been seeing your work. We want to put you on the cover." I said,
like that?
Cool. Yeah. They reached out on Instagram. They said, "Yo, we want to put you on the cover. Would you be interested?" Cool. I said, "All right." You know, a lot of media, you know, they twist and turn your story. So I said, I want to make sure what you guys are writing is right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they said, cool. I didn't know they were going to put Canadian Golden Boy until I seen it.
That was cool, though.
I didn't even know that. You know what I mean?
People probably hate on like, who the fuck's this guy, bro? Fuck that. I know this guy since he was...
I didn't object, though.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I saw it and I was like, yo, we can leave it.
Yeah, leave that. Yeah. What do you mean, leave that there, bro?
But it was, it took me by surprise, too. Like, you know, I did not see the cover. What I did see prior to that was the article. I said, can I see what you're going to write about me prior to you releasing it? Yes. They gave it to me. I checked it out. I was like, fam, this is good. This is really, really good. Then the cover, the cover came out. For the most part, love.
Go ahead. Do you say what you say? Seriously.
Yeah. They hit me with the cover, and I was just like, oh shit. You know what I mean? So they're like, yeah, we're gonna send you 20 copies. Just give them out. Or sell them. Do whatever you want to do. They sent me the 20 copies. For the most part, love. And the crazy thing is, like, you know, the people who kind of had an issue, it was like the people closest to me. The people that like, yeah, what makes you the golden boy and like whatever. I said, I'm gonna ask them. They felt the need to say it.
And by the fact, next time you talk to me, call me fucking golden boy, bro. What's wrong with you guys? Now you want to talk shit? Next time, yo, GB, nigga. The fuck, but yo,
documented, bro.
Yeah. They did that. You guys want to hate on what they did? This is how Jesus got smashed, bro. Because I hated what other people have to say. But anyways, yo, that was crazy. Another thing. Your trend. I know you did some fucking trend. I was crazy. I was like, that's smart. I wish I rapped again, so I'll just start doing that. You know what trends you're doing with all the shotties, them. Okay, I have the songs here that you were doing. What was the trend songs here? Yeah, I'm gonna find them. Cause I was like, this is smart as fuck. I'm gonna get my brother to do it. And nice, I guess.
Yeah. That's both of them.
I was like, genius.
That's both of them.
Genius shit.
Yeah.
And like, that was crazy. I was like, yo, I'm doing that shit. I'm sorry about fucking podcast trend with shit, but how'd you go about that? How'd you get all the women to do that, bro?
So initially it was a shorty from Calgary, actually. And she lives in LA now, and she's huge on social media. She got like millions of followers, but she my homegirl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She just kind of popped off. Like, she's in Playboy, she's in all this, you know what I mean? Like, she's in a bunch of magazines. And I reached out to her initially and I just said, yo, would you be down to do a little challenge for my song? She said, yeah, of course. Like, yo, no questions asked. Sent her the song. She did it. After she did it, a bunch of other people did it. She actually has influence, right?
Okay.
So like
Back door open.
bunch of other people.
Whoa, I know. The man were coming in. This guy thought the hit team
said,
was from. This guy said, yo, y'all set me up. Yo, this guy goes through the shit. We're not in Toronto. I came out of here for that without that bullshit.
Yo,
you got me on some
the
shit.
crazy thing is that no one else moved. I was the only one that moved.
I'm good. You should have seen me in the first couple episodes. I'm like, yo, what the hell? He was like, yo, that was funny as That's how you know a man's going through the shits. But yo, he ain't let nobody run up on him.
No.
I'm joking, bro.
We stay ready.
Yeah,
We stay ready.
Man said, what?
Stay ready.
You guys are stupid.
So so she started it, and then a bunch of other people did it. Then I got a bunch of like my model friends out here to do it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And then it kind of caught on. It caught on TikTok, caught on Instagram and everything, right? And then I took that same model. When I say model, I don't mean the girl model. I took that same format, and I said, okay, I'm gonna do it again on the song "Nice," right? And I got like some big timers to do it, like, you know what I mean, big influencers, models, everything. And what was crazy to me was the response was so welcoming.
Yes.
You know, I thought people were going to be like, oh no, you got to pay me for this.
I thought you were a pimp.
Like,
I was like, this nigga's a pimp.
I thought they were going to, like, a lot of these IG girls, they're like, oh, you got to pay me for that.
But
or,
obviously,
some
of them said that to you?
A few of them did, but
a lot of people, they just did that for
No. Most of them just did it. Like, when there's an influencer and they see you kind of doing it,
they're going to follow suit.
They're kind of open. I'm just like, yo, you guys want to collab? Most of the time they're open to it. When they see another influencer, they're open to it, right? It's not just some random guy messaging or being creepy or whatever, right? So most of them are open to it, right? A few of them were just like, yo, I charge $1,000 for that, whatever. Those are the ones that didn't even message back, right? But then boom, you know what I mean? You ask.
Yeah, you just gotta ask someone. My boy just
asked 50
Kate
people.
Chosen just said, yo, just ask, bro. Sometimes you can get a lot done because a lot of people just want to be a part of something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm a person that goes way beyond what I have to do. Or like some people just want to get on and just be, you know, a part of a vibe. You know what I mean? But another thing, I'm just gonna get on through because our time
Can you text him my name, please? Yeah, thanks.
You trying to say I don't know your name, bro?
Yeah. He said it wrong like 3 times so far. So I'm like, yo, text
I
him
said
my
KI
name.
or KL.
You said K Chosen.
No, I said what Kate Chosen said.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's on.
okay.
I can report.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. You crazy? I'm trying to keep my job, bro. I said that's what Kate Chosen just said a while ago. This guy, at least you show love on that. Yeah. That was funny. Keep that, Zach. That was fucking funny. So another thing, you seen how Calgary? You've been in this game for a while. I seen pictures of you doing this shit for a long time. I seen that you decided to take your solo journey because I noticed that you've been around a lot of artists. Like, you know what I mean? Like, here's a question I'm gonna say because a lot of people been around artists. In your perspective, when you're around these artists and you're around like Luda, I can name 10 top Mario, friggin' Ice Cube.
Yep.
Now, or being around them, because I've been through this situation, did you feel like it was not far-fetched being around them because you felt like at the end of the day, this is where I needed to be and they seem like, or did you put yourself in the right position to be with them or with being around them, were you ever starstruck with any of them? And if you were, why? And did you feel normal in that situation?
I felt normally when you've been working towards something for so long, like you're not surprised when it happens. You know what I mean?
No more.
So like, you know what I mean? If I'm running towards the river for 8 years and then I get to the river, I can't be shocked that I see the river. You know what I mean? I've been going towards that the whole time, right? So, but I wouldn't say the word starstruck.
No, I get it. Yeah.
But I do agree. There's a different type of energy. Yeah, I'm like, oh man, there's certain times like you got to remember. I met a lot of people that I don't have pictures with.
Wrong way to ask that, but yeah, go ahead.
I met Justin Bieber twice. I met Drake twice. I got a pic with Rihanna. I met Rihanna before she quite turned into the we know now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I got a pic with her. You know what I mean? A bunch of people that I don't even have pictures with that I still met. So like, you know, from shaking hands, bumping shoulders, brushing elbows with these guys, I got so much stardust on me from being with these people. Like, and then you can only get so much stardust on you over so much time before it's like, okay, I'm going to be my own star.
Yes.
I'm gonna be my own star. You know what I mean? There's so much stardust on me that I'm gonna just shine by myself, right? Yeah. So at this point, it's just like me meeting a homie.
Yeah.
I believe the first famous person I met was Ashanti. Yeah. And I think that's the most starstruck I was, and I still wasn't starstruck. You know what I mean? It was more just like I'm in the same room as this person. Like, damn, like we sitting like this on a couch. We took a picture, whatever. She signed my thing. Like, you know what I mean? I'm at a point where I don't even ask these people to sign nothing. You know what I mean? Because like, but Drake has a line when he says, "Oh, I'm at Hove's show and I'm embarrassed to pull my camera out." You know what I mean? Yeah, he feels like he's like, well, like a fan. I don't want to take pictures of this guy, but like,
I would do it. I would, because I'm still a fan of music.
At the end of the day, I'm still a fan of all these people. So like me, that wouldn't embarrass me. But
I understand why he said that. Because he doesn't want, I get it.
Yeah, and that's why I don't ask these guys for an autograph. I'll be like, yo, can I just get a pic with you? Yeah. Cool. Most of them say cool because they see us backstage, they see us perform,
you're there
they
for
see
a
the
reason,
whole thing. Yeah. I'm not a groupie or a fan coming up to them, right? And they catch on. They know, like they know the difference. They go through it in each city, arenas, stadiums, right? So at this point, I've been on like, you know what I mean, 7, 8 stadium tours. You know what I mean? Not nightclub tours, not little venues. 7, 8 stadium tours, and like it turns your mindset changes. You know what I mean? Like your mindset changes, and you feel you're in a place that you don't have to chase certain things. Like I can see these niggas' ankles. You know what I'm saying? Like I can see these niggas' ankles. It's not like they so far away. I'm like, man, I can see their ankles. I'm like, yo, they right here. Like I can get to where they're at. You know what I'm saying? So like, man, the whole thing is like, yo, the self-doubt. A lot of niggas fall off because of the self-doubt. You know what I mean? You know, in this fucking game, the last thing you could do is self-doubt. The doubt is around you the whole time. Even your homies doubt you. Whether they say it or not. Yeah. Even your homies doubt you. Yeah. Even a lot of people around you doubt you. The doubt is around you the entire time. And then if you doubt yourself, suicide. You're suicide. It's over. It's over.
You gotta watch how and the doubt thing too. It's not that they doubt you, because like you said, because your homies know you, right? And it's so complex when you say that. Like they don't doubt. They wish you make it. Like I believe you
Some
can.
Don't.
Yeah, but then
some homies don't.
So crazy to see that. You don't even know the homies that don't, but they make it look like they do.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's crazy, because you're like, if you didn't, why didn't you just show me I suck? I have homies be like, yo, fuck that, you ain't making it. I'd rather him tell me that I'm not going to, but I still love you. But then at the day when I do it, he'd be like, shit, you know what, good for you. Yeah. But that was truthful because he thought, but then he's not going to buy your shit. You think your friend's going to sell his car to help you go to LA to get a sign deal? Yeah, right. Right, so...
So I think the difference, it's also like the markets like we come from, right? Like if you came from LA, New York, Atlanta, like when I went to LA, everybody knows somebody that blew up. That like blew up. Atlanta, blue. Everybody knows somebody, you know what I mean? When you come from here, YYC and shit, nobody really knows anyone that really blew up.
They know
so it's such a far-fetched concept.
Far-fetched, you're not seeing ankles, you're seeing bottom of feet.
Yeah. They don't believe that it's possible because it's never been possible from here, right? You know what I'm saying? So to them, their mindset, that this YYC Calgary mindset is, damn, you can't make it from here. But you got to remember, it's 20 years ago, that was Atlanta. 40 years ago, that was LA. 60 years ago, that was New York. Nobody made it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't cool to be from LA at one point. It wasn't cool to be from Atlanta at one point. Right now, it's not cool to be from Calgary. And what do? You got to keep working until someone says it's cool.
Is that why you left out of the spot? Like, what do you tell artists in Calgary right now? Let me ask you a question. I know you take yourself out of the same vibe with Calgary artists, because I knew that when I talked to you, like you've been everywhere, right? Yeah. So what do you tell our Calgary artists? Because this is what you did. I know when you started, like what, 17, 16 in the music industry. You see the shit.
Yeah, that's
when
when
you started going away at these times. It's not like you. I'm not trying to say, I don't know, that you try to say, let me take over Calgary first and then I can move. It's like an artist can't be a Jamaican artist if not going to Jamaica first and busting. So like I was like, how did you get that transition vibe? Like, I'm out of here then. Because I didn't feel, and I don't see a lot. I've interviewed a lot of artists, bro. The only places they're going is Edmonton, Winnipeg, all the way to Montreal. And you found yourself, and I've seen a lot of people from Toronto do that. They've been with big artists, but nothing ever really had them. Your shit is more like you got on Stampede. You're on this different level of things. Do you think that a lot of Calgary artists should step up their game of traveling or or getting out or just trying to lock in their city before? Because I know you did it a different way. Not everybody can do it the same way.
No, well, like when I first left and went to Toronto and shit, I felt I had peaked here. I really felt that. I said I think I hit a ceiling here, and I was just
Is that
like,
after your award?
This is before my award. You know what I mean? And man, just to be clear, man, I got like 13 awards.
Calm
you know
the
what I mean?
fuck down.
I got
You
like
should've brought them, bro.
I got like
them right here.
You know what I mean? That's the
nice.
most. You talking about the most recent one?
Yeah,
you know
I'm
what
just
I mean?
my bad.
YYC Music Awards, I got 5. I should have about 10. You know what I mean? I got Black Achievement Awards. You know what I mean? I got 2. You know what I mean? Obsidian Awards, I got 1. You know what I mean? There's a big one. It's called the White Hat Award from the mayor's office here, and
White people give you a award, bro?
They give it to big dogs.
He knows he's gone,
bro. They give it to presidents and shit. Like yo, Muhammad Ali got one. Oprah Winfrey, George Bush. These guys got White Hat Awards. I got a fucking White Hat Award. You know what I mean? And like a friend of mine, you know what I mean? His dad was like really into the Stampede and into that type of stuff, and he passed away.
Rest in peace.
And I left the white hat on his grave. It's still there right now. It's not white no more.
That's a real shit.
But yo, I left it there. You know what I mean? But I always take pictures of them. The crazy thing is I gave away all my awards. I don't have no awards hanging around my house, but I take pictures with it. I post it.
That's humble.
Because I learned that from Michael. Michael's my idol. My idol.
Jackson.
Yes.
I could see that.
Yes, Michael's my idol. And like he said, he doesn't have one gold record in his house. He doesn't have one award in his house. Because when you walk past that award, or when you walk, you feel like you're accomplished. Yeah. And it makes you lose your grind.
Never seen the No Doubt. I love Michael to death. And you know, so funny, I was going to ask you about it. Like, I seen that you have a lot of Michael things and you post Michael a lot. Yeah. And I was like, I mean, so what, you sing, you do your thing, or you just, that's why you have those glasses on, eh?
Nope. It's actually funny. It's actually funny because I do have a bunch of influences from him, like in terms of my fashion, in terms of everything.
Yes.
I don't sing well at all, but I do add melodies to my music. I'm not a good singer. You know what I mean? I do add melodies to my music. The best thing I do is rap in terms of music. The best thing I do is rap, but I incorporate as much of Michael as I can. Yes. As much of Michael as I can. I've never seen someone so overwhelming like that.
What about people talk about Chris Brown's better than Michael? Are we good?
Yeah. That's the craziest thing I ever heard in my life. And Chris Brown even said it. Chris Brown even said it.
Yeah,
you know
right.
what I mean? Like, what's crazy is like, I think Chris Brown, like as a dancer, might be the best dancer I've ever seen. Might be the best performer.
Yes.
Might be the best everything. I'm talking the impact on culture and in terms of setting the world on fire. Nobody did it like Michael.
Man said, yo, Michael Jackson would just pop up and people just pass out. If you don't have that,
from standing there, he stood there sideways. And people are fucking dying.
Let him put his hand up like this with his glove. Pass out.
My favorite. Like Michael has so many highlights. There's one that stuck out to me, and like yo, I grew up watching this man, not just watching him, dissecting him, watching his performances in slow motion. I've read every article, I've read every book. My house has like 18 books of Michael and shit. You know what I mean? I've seen every interview, and multiple times I know them word for word. You know what I mean?
Still, but you super
fan. And it's not just Michael. I study my heroes. Yeah, and I didn't just study my heroes. I studied their heroes. I studied Michael's heroes, which is people like James Brown, Jackie Wilson, Fred Astaire, Sammy Davis Jr. No, he didn't like Elvis.
Well, no, I'm saying
he didn't like Elvis.
He married his daughter, bro. He must have liked
and that was a flex.
You think that's what he did?
That was a flex.
I don't like this guy.
That was a flex. He said, "I'm gonna get his daughter." That was a flex, bro. This guy said, "I'm getting his daughter."
That's
wow. He said, "Yo,
it
was a flex, bro."
Trying to take back people's music.
They kept on comparing the two of them. Who's better, Michael or Elvis? Michael, and I think Michael is light years ahead of Elvis, right? Yeah. Like, but they kept comparing them. So Michael said, "You know how I'm gonna one up this? I'm gonna take his daughter.
Hope that
I'm gonna take his daughter.
If we gotta put this up, but yeah, but it's true. It's true. Future vibes with you, right? What can we see just coming from you? I'm gonna link you after this because I know that I want to do a lot of things right now besides the podcast. And Mom, he said it to me again. But I'm saying I want to do a whole bunch of things on the podcast.
He was slanted like 40 minutes before the podcast.
I was a little half past 6. I was quarter past 6 before. I was quarter past 6. But yeah, what's new right now?
So I just got my new video back yesterday. It's a new song called Rotate, and it's about to be big. I just became a member of the Recording Academy. And that means I get to vote on the Grammys.
What do you mean? Straight up.
That means I get to vote on the Grammys. So I voted on the first round already. November 7th, they're announcing the nominees.
Yeah.
And then I get to vote on that. And in the grand scheme of things, it's not a big deal. But for this city, it's a big deal. I don't think there's even another person that's a part of the Recording Academy from Calgary.
I've never seen that.
Yeah. So I think there's only like 20, 25 people in all of Canada that are on the Recording Academy. So I'm excited about that.
How did you find to sneak your way in? This guy knows more white people.
Just ask. Yo, that one. The criteria is actually pretty crazy. You gotta get two current members of the Recording Academy to recommend you. Yeah. After you do that, bro, the resume you got to send in is crazy. You have to have at least 15 releases in the last 10 years. And you have to have at least 5 in the last 5 years, and you got to send all the information for each song. You got to send the song name, the regular stuff. Does his work.
You know what I mean? Do you feel blessed? You think like? Do you feel blessed? Are you living your dream as you're going on right now? Like you feel like you're living your dream, or you just not? Your dream is just what you think that you're made for, or what you were brought here for. How do you feel about your accomplishments? You really seem humble about certain things, and I'm that way in a way too. But as you're active right now, you're really active and. You seem super humble about it, but what can you tell? Like, are you living your dream, or do you don't?
So
like, know?
When we started this shit, I started with my homeboy named Ace, and we were rapping together. Yeah. And then we talked to each other. This is us 15, 16, like high school. And I said, okay, bro, the goal is to be able to just live off of our art. That's the goal. Yeah. You know what I mean? If we can get to that point, we made it, right? Yeah. I've been at that point.
You don't need to be famous. You just make sure that you're blessed off like this.
The crazy thing about it is like each day you got new goals. So it's like there's no finish line. You know what I mean? By the time you knock this one goal down, you already got 5 more lined up, right? By the time you got this one. So it's always a constant, we're going to try to do these. But initially when we started, we said, we just want to be able to live off of this, right?
Yes.
And not like I live off. I don't do nothing else. I don't do nothing else, bro. Like I do music, events, shows, concerts, whatever, and that's all I do. I don't have no side gigs. I don't sell drugs.
So if you're gonna do it for real.
So I live off of it. I'm not rich. I want to make that clear. I'm not rich.
Someone go on your Instagram and swear blind, you're blessed. Man will go on your Instagram and get fucked up. Be like, yo, family, more on 5 bands. You're like, 5 bands. I need that shit myself.
I said, fam, that's rent. I said, fam, I can't do that right now.
Yeah, you know I see. But it is what you know. A lot of people might miss because I look at you and I see you doing all those things and whatever. But I just want to see, like, how long have you been? You've been active the whole time, or you have some new shit popping coming out? Like
I've been active the whole time, and anyone who really, really knows me, my closest people, not even my closest people, like bro, my grind is nonstop. If I'm not doing podcasts, I'm in the studio. If I'm not in the studio, I'm performing. If I'm not performing, I'm on tour. If I'm not on tour, I'm doing after parties,
nigga came by
photo shoots,
today,
everything.
Too.
You know what I mean?
Dolo life. How many of you guys do that shit? That's what you know about that.
Like when I say I do this, like I do this, bro.
Yeah.
Like I do this. It's not like
the difference between a hobby vibe. I just want to be a rapper
and then y'all live off
every
this.
Weekend, trying to make money. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, so like that's what I'm saying, man.
I'm to the people that are doing it.
Yeah, bro, I've been there. Yeah. I've been there, bro. You know what I mean? Like, we had plenty of side hustles. Now I'm at a point where I don't need side hustles, but to the point that I still got to grind to pay all my shit.
Yes,
I still have to grind.
It's a lifetime.
But it's there. Everything's there. All the opportunities, the resources. That shit took 10 years.
Yeah.
That shit took 10 years to me to have all the connects to just be able to live off that
so
shit.
All you artists thinking you're gonna pop right away, it's just not the goal. But
man, there's a phrase: even an overnight success takes 10 years.
Shit.
Even an overnight success takes 10 years. Even though it looks to us like it's overnight, that guy was working already, man.
Yes.
Even though it looks like he just popped off.
Yes.
That guy been working. There's no such thing as waking up and blowing up.
Never.
No such thing, man. So that's it, man. All I want to say is just, dog, grind.
YYC, tell them right now, grind. Tell everybody right now, we're about to wrap this, but let everybody know what you need to know, how to reach you, and just give some advice to all these young artists coming up. And I know you did a lot, so just give them some little advice and what you're going to be doing next, and so far. So
look out for the new shit, man. New track's called Rotate. Just got the video back today. We going to release real soon. I don't have a date yet, so I don't want to say it, but it's going to be real soon. But the main thing I noticed with the new niggas, is you guys got the talent, and I seen the talent. I see it in your eyes. I see it in your shows. I see it in your drip. I see it in everything. The one thing that I'm seeing that's lacking from all these young little niggas doing their thing, you know what I mean, is the work ethic. is the work ethic, is the grind. You got to do it. If you make a schedule for yourself and you tell yourself, all right, I'm going to treat this like a job and I'm going to do this every day, whatever. And I understand if it's not paying the bills, you got to do something to pay your bills, and then you got to chase your dreams in your spare time. So if you got to go work at fucking Safeway, or you got to be a fucking janitor, no matter what the fuck it is, you know what I mean? You chase your dreams in your spare time, but that means all of your spare time got to go towards your dreams. If you fucking bitches and fucking going drinking, going partying, going whatever,
local famous,
nigga, just go get a PS5 and just play them. Go get a PS5 and just play them. This shit ain't for you.
They ain't for you still.
That's it.
Shit.
All right, so how can we get, so with Instagram, and how can we get to see new things, and stay tuned to all his new things that are coming up?
Follow me on IG. That's at KL Music. That's at KAYL Music. I repeat, at KAYL Music. You know what I mean? Yeah, because a lot of niggas are saying some other shit around here.
Whatever, bro.
So cool. I'm gonna say KAYL Music. But aside from that, you know what I mean? Make sure you guys are noticing the people putting in work like Urban Migration and the people that are actually doing their thing. You know what I mean? I've been seeing you guys, and I've been seeing you guys work, and I've been seeing you guys grind.
I thank you for
and
coming,
believe
bro.
me on this,
You.
it will pop if you keep it moving.
Yeah,
It will pop
love,
if
bro.
you keep it moving, man. So yo, for real, thank you guys for having me.
Thank
man.
you for coming,
Thank
man.
you.
You know what I
That's
mean?
it, man. Yo, God bless you guys.
God
and yo,
bless you. Squad up.